A very good morning to you all. So through this video lecture today I would be explaining to you how to calculate the missing frequencies in case of calculation of mean. And second part I'll be covering from your next exercise, that is 14.2 exercise point of view, how to calculate the mode of the grouped data. So first let us see how to calculate the missing frequencies. So in case of question, when you are given that how to calculate the missing frequency, suppose we are talking about the case where one frequency is missing. So you need to make the table there. Suppose I am taking question like one frequency is missing. Data is something 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, then it is 40 to 50. Zero, 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. These are the class intervals given to you, and the frequencies are, suppose here it is 15, then it is 20, then it is 35, and then it is F, and here it is 10. Now from this data you need to calculate the mean, this missing frequency F, and the mean of the data you have to see whether it is given. So the mean of the following frequency distribution is given. So given is 24. So in such cases when you are looking for a calculation of missing frequency, in case of those questions where it is only one frequency missing, the mean will always be given to you. So, you know, then I need to calculate xi as I shared yesterday with you, and then fi xi from the direct method which we are using is xi fi xi upon xi, that is sum of the frequencies. So, I am looking for this product first. So xi 0 plus 10 is 10 divided by 2 is 5, that is a class Mach. Then 20 to 10 is 30, and then it is 15 plus 10 25 plus 10 35 plus 10 is 45. Now if you are looking for the product here, 15 5s are 75, then this will be 300. Here if you go for 75, you just can check the multiplication, 35 into 25. This will give you 875. Please do not commit mistake in such calculations. Do not try to do it orally, you just try to solve it carefully in a rough margin somewhere and check the accuracy. Here it is 35F, and then it is 450. Now I know I have to look for the sum there. So this is not the constant term which cannot be added to the other constant terms. So make a note of that. Do it again in a rough margin very carefully. Most of the students, they are committing mistakes there only. Then it is 875, then it is 450. Is coming 1700 plus 35F. So 1700 plus 35F is the sum of these products. And sum of the frequencies which we will be adding. +80 plus F. I am getting 80 plus F. now I can use this formula where the mean is given to me, 24 is equal to sum. Here I was getting is 1700 plus 35f divided by sum of all the frequencies is now 80 plus f. So if you cross multiply here, I will be reaching somewhere 24 into 80 plus f is equal to 1700 plus 35f. Now you do the cross multiplication and solve this bracket. 1920 plus 24f is equal to 1700 plus 35f. So finally 1920 minus 1920 only 1700 is equal to, you are getting 35f, shift this 24f to that side, minus 24f. So here you will be getting 1920 1700 this is 2 and 220 of plus sign is equal to 11f. So 11f is equal to 220 means f is equal to 220 upon 11. So your missing frequency is equal to what? 20. So missing frequency is given equal to 20. So in that way you can calculate the value of the missing frequency. Finally you can put that missing frequency there and here also, and then check the calculation whether the mean after that cross check is coming equal to 24 or not. So this is the case when one frequency is missing. So if one frequency is missing, you need to focus your attention. Always the mean will be given to you. And feel free to go for any of the method. Already I had discussed with you the three methods: direct method, then the division method, as well as the step division method to calculate the mean. And then check the sum of the frequencies and sum of the product of the frequencies and their class marks. Somewhere you will be back to the linear equation in one variable to calculate that missing frequency. So this was the case where one frequency is missing. Suppose now the case is given to you where the missing frequencies, number of missing frequencies are two frequencies are missing. What to do in such a question? So let us pick one question from two missing frequencies point of view. So here is the data given to you. Suppose the class intervals given to you are 0 to 10, then it is 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and finally it is 50 to 60 and 60 to 70. 50 to 60 and 60 to 70. These are the class intervals given to you, and then the frequencies are 4, 4. This is 4. This is 4. This is F1 here. Then it is 10. Then the second missing frequency F2. Then it is 8, and then it is 5. So again you need to go for the class marks first. Again 10 to 5, sizes of 10, 5 plus 10 is 15, plus 10 is 25, plus 10 35, plus 10 45, plus 10 55, plus 10 65. So these will be the class marks. Again you need to go for the fourth column, that is the product of these F5 into Xi. 5 4s are 20, 15 4s are 60, 25 into F1 is 25, F1 35 into 10 will give you 350, 45 into F2 you will get 45 F2, 55 into 8 400 40 and 65 into 5, 325. So please keep a watch upon that. No mistakes should be committed while you are just doing these calculations. So now to get this sum, 20 plus 60, please avoid this. These are not the constant terms. Then it is 350. Then it is 440. And finally it is 325. So here it is 5. 1195. So you will be getting 1195 plus this is 25 F1 plus you have 45 F2. So 1195 plus 25 F1 plus 45 F2. So in such a case, when the two frequencies will be missing, some of the frequencies will always be given to you. One thing. Some of the frequencies will always be given to you, and then mean will also be given to you of such data where the two frequencies are missing. So mean here is 38.2 and sum of all the frequencies. Sum of the frequencies given here is that is equal to 50. So sum of the frequencies here is 50 and mean of the data is given to you is 38.2. In case of one frequency missing, only the mean will be given. But in case of two missing frequencies, some of the frequencies will also be given to you. So from there also you will be getting one equation. 31 plus F1 plus F2 plus F1 plus F2 is given equal to what? 50. So from here you can calculate one equation. F1 plus F2, 50 minus 31, that is equal to 19. So this is your equation number 1. Equation number 1. F1 plus F2 is equal to 19. Excuse me. So when you will go for this second calculation, that is the formula of your mean, where you are putting x bar is equal to fi xi upon sum of all the frequencies. So you need to pay attention over there. You write the formula x bar is equal to xi fi xi divided by sum of all the frequencies. Put this value there, 38.2. Sum of these you need to substitute 1195 plus 25 F1 plus 45 F2 and divided by sum of the frequencies that is already given to you is equal to 50. So no doubt you can write it like 382 upon 10 by cross multiplying into 50 is equal to 1195 plus 25 F1 plus 45 F2. So when you cancel these zeros, this will be 1910 is equal to 1195 plus 25 F1 plus 45 F2. Now you do the further calculations as per your own convenience. 1910 minus 1195 is equal to 25 F1 plus 45 F2. So here you will be getting 750 is equal to 25 F1 plus 45 F2. 750 is equal to 25 F1 plus 45 F2. Now you can take 5 common. So if you are taking 5 common here, so this will be 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20, and 5 threes are 15. 715 when you will be divided, so it will be coming some value equal to 143. 5 you will take common here. This will be 5f1 plus 9f2. So this 5 and this 5 also you can cancel. So therefore 5f1 plus 9f2 is equal to 143 will be the equation number 2. So this is the equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Now you are back to the topic of linear equation in two variables, where you can solve these by elimination method. So suppose I am taking multiply number 1 by 5. So you will be getting 5f1 plus 5f2 is equal to 95. So that I will like to eliminate f1 here. So in second equation it is already 5f1 plus 9f2 is equal to 143 plus. So I need to subtract here. This will be minus, this will be minus, this will be minus. Subtract. So this is eliminated. This will be minus 4f2 is equal to minus 48. So you can do this calculation. f2 will be equal to 12. So in that way your second missing frequency will be equal to 12, and then you can put that here. So therefore putting 1, so this implies that f1 will be equal to, sum was 19, so f1 is equal to 7. So f2 is equal to 12 and f1 is equal to 7 will be the answer for this. So this is the case I discussed with you from the two missing frequencies calculation point of view. So here you always remember some of the frequencies will always be given to you, so that you can make this first equation from this table, like do not add the variables, add all the constant terms. 4 plus 4 plus 10 plus 8 plus 5 is equal to 31 plus f1 plus f2 and the sum, that is equal to 50. So equation number 1 will be ready for your reference, and second equation you will be getting from this formula, because the second part given to you will be the mean of the data in such question. So you can use that. By using this column you will be reaching here. Substitute these values all to get the second equation ready for your reference. So that will be the second equation, this will be the first equation, and then you go for your whether elimination, cross multiplication or substitution method, those three as per your own convenience to calculate the value of missing frequencies. So these are the questions I picked from previous board examinations to calculate the missing frequency, whether that is the case of one missing frequency or two missing frequencies. But from your practices point of view, like in your first exercise 14.1, there are 9 questions given to you in your NCERT book. What you can do, from one of the question, you just replace any two of the frequencies randomly in terms of x and y, suppose. So again you know that what is the sum of those frequencies. As I said, sum of the frequency will be given to you. Once you have calculated the mean in first practice, you know what is the mean of that. Please make a note of all those. What is the mean, what is the sum of the frequencies, and the same question you can practice in that way, how to calculate the missing frequencies. So this type of question can also be the part of your examination. So it was not there in your NCERT. I think one question is there somewhere where one frequency is missing, but two frequencies also can be the part of your question paper. So that procedure I am covering through these video lectures. You need to pay attention. So kindly make a note of this discussion also. Now from your exercise 14.2 point of view, there is the calculation of the mode of the grouped data. How to calculate the mode of the grouped data. So in case of calculation of mode, that is not that much difficult. Only one formula is there which you need to write down and then note the readings from particularly the table given to you, and then easily you can use that formula to calculate the mode. So what is the formula to calculate the mode? First of all, you can make a note of that. Mode is always equal to L plus, then it is F1 minus F0 and whole upon, that is 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 and into H. So this is the formula which we will be using to calculate the mode of the grouped data. Mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 whole upon 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So what is this L is? L is the lower limit of the middle class. This is the lower limit of the modal class. Modal class means you have to keep a watch. In grouped data, frequencies will always be given to you against the highest frequency. Whatever the class interval is there, that is called the modal class. That is called the modal class. So frequency, you have to keep a watch in the column of frequencies. Wherever it is the highest frequency, against that you have to check the class interval. That class interval is called the modal class. So F1 is the frequency of that modal class. You have to check in that column what is the frequency of that modal class. The frequency of modal class is the F1. Then F0 means predecessor, preceding frequency. F0 is the preceding frequency of modal class. Frequency of your modal class. F2 means 1 plus 1. So that is F2 is the succeeding frequency. Frequency of modal class. And H, as we discussed yesterday also, is the class size of the data. So this is L, this is F1, this is F0, this is F2, this is H. So once you are clear with all these, then finally you have to substitute in your this formula to calculate the mode. So that much is the part of your syllabus. Suppose I am taking any data to calculate the mode of the given class, like from an exercise point of view, if I pick one of the question, suppose here it is 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80. This is your question number 2 in exercise 14.2. 80 to 100 and 100 to 120. 80 to 100 and 100 to 120. So only two things are there. I need only your class interval and the frequencies. Within two columns I will find up. I don't need any third column there in calculation of mode. So second column is of frequencies 10, 35, 52. 10, 35, 52. Then it is 61, 38, 29. 61, 38 and 29. Now to make a note of these, then I have to replace. So here you have to write all these values. First of all, what is the modal class? So highest frequency you can see is 61. So against that 61, you can see the modal class is 60 to 80. So then you will be writing L. L is equal to 60, lower limit of the modal class. Frequency of the modal class is F1. That is equal to what? 61. Preceding frequency is F0. What will be that is equal to 52. And succeeding frequency is F2. What will be that is equal to 38. So L is equal to 60. So to calculate the mode here, you will put 60 plus, then it is F1 minus F0. So 61 minus 52. 61 minus 52 upon 2F1, that is 2 into 61 minus F0. So F0 is what? 52. So F0 is 52 and minus F2, that is your 38 into its class size. Class size you can see here is 10. It is 20. Upper limit minus lower limit, or you can get the class marks to successive difference. But in case of exclusive data, you can count that as upper limit minus lower limit also. So that is somewhere here is 20. So then finally you will be doing the calculation. It will be 60 plus 61 minus 52, 9 upon here it is 112 minus 90 into 20. So 60 plus 9 upon, that is 2 and 2 here, 9 upon 22 into 20. Then do the calculations to write the answer of this calculation. So you will be able to find the mode of the given data. So this much is the calculation. This much is the calculation you need to do from your calculations point of view. 9 upon this will be somewhere else. You just make a note. If any error is there, please you can look into that also. This is 122. So this will be 32. Please do that correction and finally go for the final calculations. Somewhere you will be getting is equal to 65.6. 65.6 for this calculation is the mode. So how to calculate the mode of the given data? So precaution you need to take here is that your data must be lying in your exclusive form. If it is given in inclusive, you need to convert that into exclusive. And after that, you proceed as per the formula, make a note of L, F1, F0, F2, and finally substitute those values there and then find the answer. So that is the way how to calculate the mode. So that's all from my side from today's lecture point of view. Thank you. Have a nice time.